this has been one of the most important investments AGRA has made over its 10-year history, in fact. You could say one of the hidden factors in the growth of the African seed industry and in the fact that many, many thousands, and in fact millions of smallholder farmers have gained access to the critical technology of improved seed is due to the existence of the Seed Enterprise Management Institute, or SEMIS, at the University of Nairobi. We started out trying to respond to a critical farmer need for increasing yield. And we knew that probably the most important technology, the most important change that smallholder farmers could make in their farming practices to increase their harvests was to use higher yielding, locally adapted seed. But we wanted to go about the supply of improved seed in a new way, in a way which we thought would be more sustainable than previous approaches had taken. And so we hit on the idea of the private sector, especially the small and medium-sized seed enterprises, which were just now beginning, which in the late 1990s and early 2000s were just beginning to emerge as players in the seed industry. And we began investing in them. With the creation of AGRA in 2006, we decided to really make those the center of our strategy for supply of quality seed at local levels. And so, realizing that these are young companies and often are being led by first-generation entrepreneurs, we didn't want to ignore their needs for training and information and exposure to best practices in the seed industry. And so we approached Professor Mwangombe and the University of Nairobi with this exciting idea, which was to establish a center for training which would exist specifically to lend capacity, to build capacity among the 100 or so private independent seed companies that AGRA wanted to see established across its 18-country program area. And so Professor Mwangombe assembled a small team of very dedicated individuals at the University of Nairobi. They opened their doors, I believe, in 2010, and the first cohorts of students began to appear. And really, to make a long story short, and to summarize the impact of a tremendous amount of work on behalf of that whole team and others, this has been a major success. I think one of the critical factors in the success of SEMIS has been that it was committed to bringing in world-class knowledge in the area of seed. It wasn't content to just take a trial and error approach. It really insisted on having lecturers who were proven experts in their field. It identified very practical module or subject matters on which to give instruction. It continually took students or trainees out to the field to see the practical application of recommended practices for seed companies. And it kept to its focus of primarily building the private sector. And so you had emerging seed company managers and middle managers and leaders and CEOs flying in from all over the continent to go to take these courses under the same roof. And in many cases, I think, they learned as much from each other and were given as much of a boost in their hopes of establishing successful seed companies by interacting with each other as by interacting with the people who were presenting the courses. AGRA did its part as well to highlight the critical areas of using the latest improved varieties, really responding to farmer needs, and interacting with the seed company managers every time there was a module course being given. And so up until today, I think around 850 fellows have passed through the SEMIS program. The vast majority of them have filtered back to their home countries and are still working in the companies which they represent. And whenever I go and visit those companies and talk with those personnel who've taken the SEMIS course, I ask them, was it useful? Are you using the principles you learned? And they swear by it. They always give a very favorable review or response to those questions. Many of them keep the African Seed Company Toolbox, which is really the manual that the SEMIS uses, on their desks. And I see them using it on a regular basis to anticipate what challenges may lie ahead or plan for better ways of producing, storing, packaging, and marketing seed.
This course of SEMIS has been a very good course. We have been exposed to a lot of issues regarding the regulation of seed, especially me. I'm from a seed regulatory body from Uganda, and the exposure I've got during this training has showed me that aspects of seed quality can be improved, especially if there is a harmonization of the seed regulation across the region, as it's going on with the COMESA and the East African community. And I've also learned that other regional trading blocks like ECOWAS is doing the harmonization in order to ease seed trade. We would want to appreciate greatly the organizers of this show, of this course, AGRA in particular, for having nominated us to come and take part in this training and funded the whole course. The course has been good, only that it has been squeezed to a short period of time that we were not able to share some of the experiences from other countries on how they are regulating seed in their areas. But the whole organization of the training was generally perfect.
I also thank facilitators and organizers of this program, especially SEMIS. The facilitators were good. The interpersonal relationship was so excellent that I don't know even what to say. This has brought us far. The program was so beneficial, especially for the course on phytosanitary measures and seed inspectors.
In fact, we are very thankful to the organizers of this particular course, AGRA, and also the facilitators, the SEMIS. In fact, we have gained a lot from this course. When you are hungry, sometimes you may not know that you are hungry until you see somebody eating.
Seed Business Management course is running from 5th to 12th March 2017. Participants were drawn from Ghana, Nigeria, DRC, Kenya, Uganda, South Sudan, Malawi, Tanzania, and Zambia. The topics included are strategic management for seed business, corporate governance, including human resource issues, and under this topic, job analysis, recruitment, and talent management are covered. Understanding financial aspects under seed business and the role of ICT in seed business management will be included?
I am Ambassador Jayola Joseph Lewu. I am the chairman of Evergreen International Limited, an agro-business company in Nigeria involved in seed production. I'm also a member of the Seed Entrepreneurs Association of Nigeria. We are happy that AGRA found us worthy to come to Nairobi in the University of Nairobi together with CMS to have some courses in how to manage our seed management costs. Everything has been so well. Many of us came here without much knowledge about the seed industry management at a very high level. And we were very fortunate to have wonderful lecturers, particularly those from the School of Business of the university. They have been very helpful to us in imparting on us knowledge about leadership of a company, what it involves, the issue of how the board and management can plan well, what they call strategic planning, in order that the company can have a focus, a target, and also eventually go into its activities in order to meet its target. We also, nowadays, that some of us have the old school, but nowadays the new school have to go into the information communications technology, the ICT. We're happy to have a good lecturer in that, particularly Professor Dr. Hillary, who had been very helpful to us in using ICT in the operations of a seed company. And that really has opened up areas where we can have data collection, both for input and also for production and marketing, which is the output. We are grateful to all other professors who have been so skillful in the discharge of the lectures they gave to us, particularly those of them who were teaching us management skills and so on and so forth. We are going home now with this acquired knowledge with the hope of putting them into practice. And I have no doubt that what I have learned here will eventually help me in my business.
My name is Francis Yao Gankwe from Legacy Crop Improvement Center, located in the eastern region of Ghana in West Africa sub-region. We are actually into foundation seed production and also supporting the seed companies, certified seed company to be precise, in the foundation seed, with foundation seed that is produced in a high good environment. We are also into supporting them with technical strategies because hybrid seed is quite new in Ghana and the West Africa sub-region for that matter. We have a well-planned area. These have been courtesy of AGRA, Alliance for Green Revolution Africa, which has been a very strong tool behind us. And we are looking forward to take over the whole West Africa sub-region with a quality foundation hybrid seeds in the area of rice, soya beans, cowpea, and maize. Currently, we have a cold room which is well stocked with the foundation seed of rice, maize, and cowpea, Songotra, and Parifaco, which is well adapted in most of the ecological zones in Ghana. We have a lot of partners in Ghana, and we are also trying to develop a commodity market where we have to form a enclosed chain in supply of the foundation seed to seed companies, and they will provide to the farmers, especially the smallholder farmers in Ghana. And at the end of the day, we still go back and facilitate the aggregation as the off-takers and supply to industries within the region or Ghana. We were here this very week in a training in seed marketing, and personally I have gained a lot of experiences within this short period of training, and I want to thank SEMI's team, the facilitators and the expert presenters.
Seed marketing course is running from 12th to 19th March 2017. Participants have been drawn from Ghana, Nigeria, DRC, Uganda, Malawi, Mozambique, South Sudan, Tanzania, Kenya, and Zambia. Seed management course focused broadly on the following topics: approaches in the analysis of marketing, market segmentation in seed marketing, marketing strategies, ICT-enabled marketing systems, branding and promotions of seeds, selection of agro-dealers and retail management, as well as management of competitors. I want to thank everybody. Number one, the donor or the development partner, AGRA in short, or Alliance for a Green Revolution in Africa. Indeed, the work they are doing is very practical in supporting the agriculture in totality. Then also the other stakeholders or the other implementing institutions who joined University of Nairobi for us to develop these courses and also deliver. My appreciation goes to Iowa State University, also goes to the consultants led by Aline O'Connor. It also goes to CIMIT, Dr. McRobert. It also goes to CARI through Dr. Ragwa, and also it goes to KEFIS, who've been very supportive in this process. Other seed companies who have also supported us, because at the initial stage, we didn't have this seed processing unit. Kenya Seed have been very supportive in this process. They didn't see competition, but they saw that we're developing an industry so that we can better serve the farmers. We also have the Dryland Seed Company in Machakos, which has been very supportive, and Lelidet in Nakuru. And also we appreciate the University of Nairobi for giving us the opportunity to also develop these short seed programs to give capacity beyond what we usually do traditionally.